Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to finally be doing my in-depth review and look at my Savi's Workshop lightsaber building experience. If you haven't seen the video I uploaded about a week ago of I've finally built my first ever custom lightsaber at Savi's Workshop at Galaxy's Edge here in Walt Disney World. So if you haven't checked that out, give that a watch, because we're going to be breaking down the whole experience in this video. We're going to be taking a closer look at the saber that I built, and I have all of the different colored kyber crystals that we're going to take a look at, disassembling, this saber and, switching the blade colors. I get asked, after my my Legacy lightsaber video, I get asked a million times if you can change the kyber crystals in the Legacy lightsabers. You cannot. You can only change the kyber crystals in the custom built ones at Savi's Workshop. But here it is. This beauty is inside this case. Now, what all do you get for the Savi's experience? Well, obviously you're getting the lightsaber. You're going to get this nice sheath that comes with it. You get a pin that comes along with this, which each different version of saber that you can build, but I have misplaced it. It's somewhere around here. I feel like it's in my wife's car, but I've misplaced the pin, so I can't really show you that, but you do get a specific pin. I built a power and control saber, so there's each different version has a different pin to go with it. So there is four pins: power and control, peace and justice, nature and elemental, and I always forget the fourth one. But trust me, there's four. I can never seem to remember what the fourth one is. But we're gonna break down the power and control build today. But like I said, there's the nice sheet. It's got like a lot of padding in there. If you go to Galaxy's Edge, you're gonna see a million of these being carried around, because everybody is carrying their custom built Savi's lightsaber. It's got some nice padding. They do sell at Dok-Ondar's. It's definitely like a fancier version. It looks a little more authentic. This is kind of just like a cheap cloth with some padding in it, but there is a little heavier built one, and it looks a little more authentic for Galaxy's Edge. But that one does run, I believe, $50. So if that's something you want, go ahead and grab it. I'm not going to carry this on my back. I'm going to get a belt clip to carry it, but I'm not going to carry it on my back. So I just couldn't see spending $50 for this. But here it is. This is my custom built power and control Savi's Workshop lightsaber. I love the design of it. It turned out really nice. I love the grips. It's solid. It's a solid metal, just like the Legacy lightsaber. It's very heavy, solid built. You got rubber grips. It does come with on the pommel. It does come with a belt clip, but you do have to buy the belt clip separately. It's not part of the Savi's package. And it does come with the detachable blade. Now, with the Savi's, this comes with a 31-inch blade. The Legacy lightsabers, or at Dok-Ondar's, you can get the 26-inch or the 36-inch. Only at Savi's Workshop can you get a 31-inch. After, dealing with the 26s and the 36, the 31 is a pretty good length. I kind of like the length of the 31. The 36 does seem to be a little large at times, but the 31 does feel comfortable. And of course, I went with the red kyber crystal, and of course this drove right to the dark side. So you couldn't build a power and control saber without going with the red kyber crystal and the dark saber, the dark side. So there it is. There's the custom saber that I built. Very cool design. Now these are interchangeable. We are going to tear this apart here to give you a little internal look at it. But these are interchangeable. I believe there's 4 of each piece, basically. There's, the pommel caps, I believe there was 2 different pommel caps. There's 2 different emitters. And, the middle sections, there's 4 to choose from. You could choose, the same ones in each end, or, choose 4 different ones. And there was only 2, I believe, ignition switches also. But, you got to play around with it, pick which design you like the best. Now, tearing this apart, basically the same way. All this stuff just screws together. Take the end caps off first. And then you're going to unscrew, your grips. and you see it's flashing red. That's telling me that there's a red kyber crystal in there. So whichever crystal you put in the saber, it's going to flash, so you know. Now these are the little tricky ones that these things kind of snap together on there, on the igniter, and you see, and there you go. There's the red kyber crystal inside. Now it's like spring loaded, so you have to kind of like push down and pull out, to get the crystal out. Or it's push up. Yeah, you got to push up and kind of pull, and and out comes your crystal. So that was probably my favorite part of the whole Savi's experience, was you choosing your crystal and you putting it in there for the first time, and seeing it glow. Like, wow, this is really cool. We're going to be building our own saber. Now, before we start, trying out some of these other colors, I do want to talk about what my feelings about the Savi's experience. The overall experience was incredible. The cast members were great. If you watched my version of it, the cast member we had, the builder with, he was incredible. The experience he gave, he was very authentic. He had put a lot of emotion into it. It was an incredible, performance that he gave for our, Savi's experience. So the overall experience of building the saber is incredible. You learn a little bit of lore about all the different crystals. They basically go through all the different colors and talk about, these types of crystals and what that, that color represents, and who wields these type of colors. The building experience is a lot of fun. I liked being able to choose all my different parts. And what's cool is once you get, the two different parts, if you didn't like your original build, you could swap it, whichever. But they used to sell, you used to be able to buy extra scrap metal from Savi's, or Dok-Ondar's, I'm sorry. You used to buy extra parts. Say you built a certain way that you chose, I probably should have went with the other parts or the other grips. Or you used to be able to buy those. You can't buy those anymore. So the only way, as far as I know, the only way to get extra parts is build another one. And that is one thing that, it costs $200 plus tax, to custom build your own lightsaber. It's a little much, it's a lot, for the average person, who's most people on vacation. I live close by, so it's not that big of a deal to go save up a couple $100 and go build a lightsaber. But people on vacation, to tack on an extra $200 to build a lightsaber of your own, it's a big expense. Is it really worth it for the experience? Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I definitely would recommend doing it once. The only things I didn't really like about it is it was very rushed. At least the building part. The storytelling that they gave was great. But I feel like they really rushed you in throwing your saber together. I was playing around, looking at different stuff, and they're already moving on to the next step. They're telling me to pick my neck. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I'm still picking my grips here. Calm down. But I felt rushed the whole time. I definitely wanted to play around with the different parts a little more. I did notice, if you watched my video, I had a dud crystal. So these crystals aren't, I just threw it on the ground. These crystals aren't the most reliable. So I'm hoping they don't have these issues with the ones that you buy, but you're gonna end up having to take them back. If you buy one of these from Dok-Ondar's and you go home, and and your crystal don't work because there's a little microchip in here that tells the the hilt what color to light the blade up. If your thing ain't working and you live 1,000 miles away, you're kind of screwed there. But I had a dud crystal. They had to swap right off the bat. They had to swap my crystal because the chip was not communicating to the hilt. So that was a little disconcerting right off the bat there. I felt rushed building it. I love the performance from all the cast members. The room itself was super cool. I like being able to get the little pins, this little collector thing. Makes you kind of want to go back and build one of each version, which at some point I'll probably go back and build another one. I was very torn between Power and Control and Peace and Justice. They looked the best in my opinion, but I definitely went with the Power and Control. Talking about the defective equipment, like I had the bad crystal. The girl beside me, the part where they connect the blade and you're igniting, they're stabilizing the crystal and you're getting ready to ignite your saber for the first time. The girl beside me when they told us all to ignite our lightsabers together, hers didn't ignite. There was something wrong with either the blade or something in the build system that her blade didn't ignite. So if you spent $200 and your moment, with if the group's like 20, all 20 of us, we all light up our lightsabers at the same time, and you got the dud, and you missed the moment where everybody lights up their sabers and holds them up together with their brand new built lightsabers, and you're basically crap out of luck, for a lack of better choices of words, but you missed that whole moment. Then that was one of the coolest moments of the whole thing. So I could only, if that was me, I'd be going to guest relations on that one and complaining. He'd be like, hey, I spent $200 and I totally missed, the moment, where we got to light our sabers because I was given defective equipment. So I've been hearing a lot of stories about a lot of these parts aren't that reliable also, that the stuff breaks. And, if you're constantly taking it apart, switching crystals, I can see how, stuff would break. This is plastic. How durable this is and how long it's going to last, I have no idea, but I can see how parts on these will break, so they're not. I feel like the Legacy sabers are a little more well made. You can't disassemble those. I'm assuming that's probably why they feel a little heavier and well built, but they do feel a little rickety in the build. So I'm definitely not going to be doing a whole lot with it. That way, is because I don't want to break it. But I've heard that if something does break, if you take it back to them, that they will replace it. But like I said, that's good for locals like myself. But somebody who's far away, you're kind of SOL on that one. So, all right, back to this. There's my basic overall thoughts. But still, don't make it seem like I was disappointed with the experience. I absolutely loved it. You couldn't really see it because we were filming me building when I did the process, but I had a smile on my face the entire time. It was incredible. I do feel bad, like I said, for the people who had faulty equipment and then, missed out on those, this great moments, first time opportunity moments, because when you go back in there, they say you go back in there to try it again. You don't have that first time feeling, that you've already been in there, you've already experienced it. So it's not going to be the same as that first time you pick up your saber you built and ignite it for the first time and you got a dud. So that kind of killed that moment for her. I felt terrible for her, but that's not on me. That's on Disney. So, all right, enough jibber jabber. I know you guys want to see the other different crystals. Let's light these things up. Now I'm just going to pull these out. I'm not going to sit here and I guess we'll try it the first time, and we'll see how long it takes. But I don't want to waste all your time. You're sitting here watching me tear these apart. I'll cut and edit the video, and we'll just fast forward to me switching these crystals in and out. Basically, point the tip in there. Do you hear that? That was pretty cool. So every time you put a crystal in there, it makes a pretty cool noise. So now we're flashing blue. Now, I'm going to put this back together real quick. Let's see how fast we can build sabers. This work crossed it up. Look, I'm already screwing it up. You got to put the switch on there first, Ben Flow. I really should have paid more closer attention in the build video, but you see, it's got a red. You put the marks together. It's not that hard, but it was making it too difficult. But there we go. Now we'll get back to building this a little faster. Now that I figured out what I'm doing here. That goes on. I believe these are reverse threaded. Screw that on real quick. We're not going to put this together too sturdy because we're going to be tearing it apart multiple times. But yeah, I forgot that the crystal made a cool sound like that, and that's a nice sound right there. And when you put the crystal in, it made a nice sound. And what did I do with the blade? There it is. Now it was a red saber. Now we got blue. That is the coolest part of these. I feel like the sound changed also, because it had like a Sith Darth Vader type sound to it. Now it sounds like sounds more like Rey or Obi-Wan. So I have to keep a listen on that to see if these other crystals. But this is pretty cool about these Savis, is that just like that you can swap the crystal color, and now we've got a blue lightsaber. All right, let's tear it back apart. Let's switch crystals again. Try to do this as fast as we can. I don't want to waste everyone's time, sitting here watching me tear these lightsabers apart. That's the nice thing, and they do come apart really quickly. for disassemble. Like already, look, how long was that? 20 seconds. I'm already back to the crystal part. It pushes up, pulls out, set this aside. What do you want to go with? Let's go with green. Now, if this crystal makes a different sound, this should sound like Luke's, your Return of the Jedi crystal. Now, supposedly there's different cuts on these. I did pick up the holocrons. I haven't had a chance to play around with them. We're going to do a video on those, and because all the different crystals make different. That is cool. It's cool. All the different crystals have different messages when you put them in the holocrons. So we'll get to that in a later video, but we did pick up all those to throw in the holocrons at some point. Now, put this bad boy back together. Probably don't even need to put the cap on, but we're going to do that anyway. Alright, back to the blade. Hear that? Sound changed again. That is cool. I did not know that. I was thinking the crystal color, or the blade color, was just going to change. That sounds exactly like Luke's from Return of the Jedi. So that is super cool. I did not know that. It's a great surprise. That just made my overall feeling of these sabers even better than it was, because I already loved these things, but I had no idea it changed the sound and the animation sounds of that. That is really cool. So I learned something along with all of y'all today. Alright, switch it up one more time. Actually, we still got 3 more. We got a yellow, we got purple, and we got the white crystal. So tear it apart one more time. Pop the crystal out. Let's go with the white. Why not? Now, this should be like Ahsoka Tano's. I love this sound. It's so cool. That is so cool. Just small little touches like that just make it that much more realistic and authentic feeling. So, yeah, I had no idea. We're learning stuff together. I think I just assembled this. So basically you get 2 different designs with your Sabi's lightsaber. Because now I have this one. I actually don't like it that way. This looks more like the bottom grip. But it should be sounding like Ahsoka Tano's now. That one's, might be the batteries. That one's sounding kind of a little... That one's sounding a little kind of crackly. The batteries might be dying. I'm sure the batteries aren't the best that they give you in these things. But there you go. There's a quick look at the white blade. Yes, it does sound exactly like Ahsoka Tano's. But we'll see. Yeah, I think the batteries are starting to take a crap in this thing already. And one thing that I did notice when I originally built this is, and you'll see it once again once we get it back in here, this is always flashing. Regardless if the saber's on or off, this is always flashing. So this, I can imagine this thing's going to suck batteries down because it's always lit up. So I don't really sure why they would, I mean, it's giving that effect, but we're going with the yellow crystal now. But that flashing light's going to suck battery juice down. That is such a cool... Just simple little things like that just make me smile. Yeah, build it right. Maybe that's why it didn't sound right, because I built it differently than I originally had. But it wouldn't surprise me if these batteries were taking a crap already. If I can get this cap back on. There we go. Blade in. This should sound like the Temple Guard. And it absolutely does. That is my favorite sounding one of all the Legacy lightsabers, is the Temple Guard. I just love the hum of it. If you saw my other video, you realize how much I love the sound of this thing. I'm just going to do this for the rest of the video. It's going to be 10 minutes of me doing this. No, I won't do that. But we got one more crystal to look at. Purple crystal, obviously. Mace Windu. But yeah, I did not know that we were going to get different sounds with them. That is super cool. Just another great addition to these Savi's lightsabers. That's the best part of these. You know, you bought one, and you're getting, you know, you do have to buy the crystals separately. I believe the crystals were like $12.99 to buy the crystals by themselves. But you basically, you know, you buy all the crystals, and you know, you basically get, you know, how many different colors? There 6 different lightsaber, basically. Different versions of lightsabers, you know, because you're getting different sounds with each one. Alright, one last color. Now, I do not have the black crystal yet in the red ones. There is very low chance that you can get the black crystal. But what I'm going to do, I've had people ask me about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start collecting the red crystals. You know, because they come in these little tubes. I'm going to start collecting them. And, you know, once we get like 10 or so, we're going to do a like hunt for the black crystal type video. I think that'll be kind of fun. Yeah, the batteries are definitely dying in this thing. But, yeah, that's definitely looks and sounds like Master Windu. Very cool. There you go. Which color's your favorite? They're all pretty unique. And I love how you can make them sound like, you know, the Legacy sabers with all the different crystal types. Now, very cool. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. The overall experience with Savi's is incredible. I definitely would recommend it. I mean, if you're coming to Galaxy's Edge, I definitely recommend doing it. It was a lot of fun. It's a little pricey, but you know, it is at least once in a lifetime opportunities. If you're a casual Star Wars fan, you know, it probably isn't, you know, going to be that great of an experience for you. You may want to pass on it. I would probably just say, you know, pick up one of your favorite characters, sabers from, you know, Dok-Ondar's. But you know, if you're a hardcore, you know, really big Star Wars fan, you're going to absolutely love, you know, building, you know, your own lightsaber. It's a great experience. The lore is great. Picking a crystal and lighting that up for the first time is really a cool experience. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of all the different crystals. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions. And this is the first of probably many Pen to Flow Savi's Workshop Legacy lightsaber.